everybody, welcome back to VetTech 365. Today we are interviewing a licensed veterinary technician from Sparks, Nevada, and her name is Carrie, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ruby. I am a licensed vet tech here at Creature Comforts. I have been a licensed technician since 2010, but I've worked here at the hospital since 2008.
Awesome. All right, everybody, you have her intro, and now I'm going to ask her a few questions to pick her brain a little bit. All right, so I've got some questions for you about your background with veterinary medicine and you being a licensed technician. My first question is, what is your background with animals?
I've been born and raised around animals. I've had horses my entire life, also dogs. We had a cat when we were younger, so I've had several years of just hands-on personal experience.
My next question is, why did you choose to work in a small animal practice compared to large with your background?
I had a perfect opportunity here at Creature Comforts to kind of work my way up from being an assistant to then a VTIT and an LVT, and it just worked with my schedule with school. Once I started here at this profession, I knew that I wanted to stay with small animal, even though I still have my large animal background. It's just a passion that I have.
Awesome. And what is your education? What path did you go through to get licensed in your schooling, and how long did it take you?
I went to UNR, well, I went to WNCC first, and then I transferred to UNR. I got my animal science degree through UNR, and at that time we were able to apply for our VTIT and then work for the 4,000 hours, which is what I did. I took a little bit longer to get my degree than normal, but I was in school for 6 years.
So it was kind of like a grandfather type deal where you just had to get work experience instead of going through a program.
Once I had my degree, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And why did you choose the vet tech route instead of becoming a veterinarian?
By the time I had got my full degree, I had decided that I didn't want that much more school. I had considered doing the tech program when I did find out I could do the work hours first. So I had considered further school with the tech program, but I knew that I didn't want to go to vet school.
Gotcha. And probably a common question that you might get from other people in the field, what is your favorite thing about being an LVT?
Just in general, helping animals. I also enjoy the client communication so that I can help educate clients about their animals. But working with animals every day is my passion.
And what would you say the hardest part about being in the animal field would be, in the animal medical field, I should say?
Loss. Dealing with clients that are grieving after losing an animal. I feel like that's the hardest because not every situation is the same. And it's hard to help a lot of people that you don't know personally, but you try your best to comfort them, so I feel like that's the hardest thing to deal with.
And if you were to go back to school, there are technician specialties. What do you think you would specialize in? Which one would you pick?
Probably something surgery related, because I really do enjoy helping and assisting the doctors with surgeries. There's so many wide things that we do, and it's an interest to me over other things.
Fantastic. And what is one main thing that you wish owners could be more aware of? If there's something that you could really spread the word about that you could just reiterate to everybody, what would it be?
I feel like every day I deal with the conversation about preoperative blood work. I feel like a lot of people don't feel that it's necessary, and after speaking to them, I try to help educate them and have them realize the importance of it, and I feel like that's a struggle because a lot of people only see the dollar signs, not the value of the information prior to surgery. So I think that's something that would be helpful.
I agree. And then working in a smaller practice like this, there's 2 doctors here. Do you like being around a smaller staff, or do you think you could handle working in a larger practice where it's a little bit more busy, and would you ever consider moving up to a bigger, busier practice?
I really enjoy working at this small practice because it's more than just work for me. We all have a personal relationship. We know each other very well, and I feel that it's benefit how we work. I do think that I could handle working in a larger practice because there's a lot of different things that you learn and get from other doctors, so I do think that that's beneficial, but I don't think I'd change our situation here at all.
Awesome. And then what's most rewarding for you? Not just being in this hospital, but everything that comes along with the job. What is most rewarding that makes you go home every day and say that you love your job and you're going to continue with it?
I think it's overall client appreciation when you get a good job, or thank you very much for your time, or I appreciate how you explain that to me. I think that that's very beneficial, and it makes me go home at night thinking I did my job to help educate clients, help with the care of their animal, and further health issues down the road.
Okay. And for anyone coming up being a vet tech or wanting to get more involved in the animal field and the animal health, what is some advice that you would give them?
Don't ever give up if it's your passion. Work through the things that you struggle with. Talk to some different people. But more than anything is if it's your true passion, continue to strive for that. So many people get discouraged. They have a bad day. Maybe a client says something that's not the nicest and they get kind of put off by that, but it's not the broad spectrum of the whole job. So I would say just keep with it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.